made such a rookie mistake. I am a bit of an impulse buyer. I have dog treats in my YSL bag. That is what my life's come to. Really? Are we on? Are we recording? I think so. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are just joining. So I thought I'd do a bit of a sit down chatty video today. I feel like it's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been doing a lot of kind of styling videos over on here. I'll link it on the screen if you haven't seen them. A lot of vlogs of just what I've been getting up to. So as you can see from the title, I'm going to be doing a luxury designer best and worst purchases, and I feel like I've been meaning to do this video for so long now. So I've been getting questions over on my Instagram of some of the luxury purchases that I have been making, and you guys have been asking questions about it, because we all know when you are looking at buying sort of a more designer or a luxury piece, you obviously have to think twice about it, and it's not just kind of like off the whim. Although I feel like I am a bit of an impulse buyer, but when it comes to luxury, I obviously kind of think into it, and it's also pieces that I've had on my mind or wanted for a while. I feel like I delved into buying luxury around 2 years ago, and I've built up a little bit of a collection. There is a lot of pieces on my wish list that I want, so I'll share that at the end of the video, so make sure you watch till the end so you can see them. But obviously I'm going to be sharing the pieces that I already have in my wardrobe, and most of these I've purchased with all of my own money. Some may have had a little bit of a gift card towards, and I think 2 of them are pieces that Chris has brought me. So I'm just going to get straight into it and share with you my favourite piece, and I feel like this is definitely the piece that I'm so glad I got, and I've got my cost per wear out of it, and it is my YSL bag, if I'm saying that right. So I actually got this little baby. I just absolutely love it. I got her, I'm gonna call her a her. Shall we name her? Please let me know down in the comments what you think we should name this bag. I got this bag from Bicester Village last year. It was towards the end of last year, I think around pretty much like this time last year, so end of October, November time. And it was probably the best purchase I've ever made. So obviously with Bicester Village you get a discount. If you didn't know already, Bicester Village is an outlet place where you obviously can get designer for a cheaper price. It's normally more of like the older stock that they have in the stores, but sometimes you can just go in there and find such a good buy that's pretty much still on trend, or it's just been launched to the stores and it's maybe got a little bit of something wrong with it. So definitely advise going to Bicester Village if you are looking at buying a designer bag or purchase, because they have really good stock there as well. So I obviously got this from the YSL store there, and I purchased this for £830. I can't remember exactly what the full price was it. I think it was around 1,300. This is off the top of my head, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know that I got such a good saving on this bag, and I've been looking online. I can't really seem to find it on most of the retailers such as like Net-a-Porter and other places. If I can find it, I obviously will link it down below, because I definitely recommend this bag. I have got so much wear out of it, and it just matches with everything in my wardrobe. I love this colour. It's kind of like a taupe mushroom colour. Then it obviously has the gold accents here, which I love because I always wear gold jewelry, so it works really well with my wardrobe, and it's obviously a neutral colour, so you can mix and match this with so much. And at first I was thinking maybe this is going to be more of like a winter bag, but I actually wore this so much in the summer as well, and as you can see it's still in such good condition. And the fact it is obviously got the harder bottom and then it's a little bit floppy here just works for me. Although I feel like inside, it is obviously still in really good condition inside. I actually have some of Bailey's dog treats in here. Wow, I am such a dog mom. Seriously, I have dog treats in my YSL bag. That is what my life's come to. But it also comes with this handle, which I love because I also can wear it then crossbody, so you get kind of 2 wears out of it with the handle and this as well. And I feel like this is a really kind of luxury purchase in the fact that it really kind of makes a statement with your outfit. It just makes it look so elevated, which I love, and this looks really nice in the evening as well if you're going out. So definitely an amazing versatile bag, and I would say this is probably hands down my favourite purchase that I've made so far. Okay, so next is probably my most recent purchase, which is my Chanel trainers. So I actually haven't done a video on this on here on my YouTube. I did a bit of an unboxing over on my Instagram, but I haven't actually really talked through these. So I actually brought these in Capri when we went to our trip to Positano back in the summer, and I actually knew that I wanted to buy them in Capri in the Chanel there, just because obviously I hadn't been there and I've heard a lot of things about it, and it was a little bit more of that luxury feel. But when we were in the airport, I did actually try them on there, and I'm pretty sure it was Stansted in the end. No, sorry, it was Heathrow. We had to change our airports on the same day. It was a massive disaster. But it was in Heathrow that I tried these on, and they pretty much have been sold out in a lot of the Chanel stores. So they've been really hard to get my hands on, but obviously they were there in Heathrow, and I was like, do I buy them in the airport, or shall I go to Capri and sort of make the purchase there, and then I can always remember them for that. So I'm glad I did, although I made such a rookie mistake. So these were 810 euros, which converted to £730, which was actually cheaper than buying them in Heathrow. So I was like, winner, score. But then I stupidly paid for them on my credit card, and I got a £20 transaction fee, which I didn't realise till I got back home, which I was so annoyed about because we actually had a travel card while we're there that we used money on, so I could have just used that. So definitely don't use your credit card abroad, guys, if you're making a luxury purchase, because obviously you get stung with the fee. But these are them, and they have this suede detail here. Sorry if it's quite bright and it's not focusing. So it's white, and then it has the cream detail. I'm hoping it'll focus so you can see, and then obviously it's got the Chanel CC sign here, and then I love it that it's just got the subtle little logo here at the front. And obviously these are kind of like an everyday trainer, but they're a bit more of a luxury trainer. Like I wouldn't just wear them to walk the dog. I obviously want to wear them with like a nicer outfit if I'm going somewhere. And I also love the bottom of it. It's got the little CC here. But obviously when it's raining or something like that, then I wouldn't wear them because of the suede. I have to really kind of protect them and be careful with them. However, the only other thing with this is I couldn't find them in my exact size. So I'm normally a size 5, and these are a 4.5. So Heathrow had the 5, then when I went to Capri they only had 4.5, so I was a bit annoyed. But my feet do obviously fit in them. I'm a little bit of a smaller 5, if that makes sense, but I do feel like they are a little bit snug. So they probably feel tight when I'm wearing them, but they are such a comfy trainer. So inside here, it honestly feels so bouncy. I obviously can't show you properly inside, but you can kind of see there this material, and it just makes them feel like you're walking on clouds. But obviously because they are a tiny little bit smaller for me, they do feel a little tight on my feet, which makes me feel like they're probably not my best purchase. I just kind of got them because I really wanted them, and I feel like I should have just got the size 5 instead of 4.5, but I still have been wearing them and I do love them. And then my purchase before them was another Chanel shoe, which was my Chanel sandals, and I got these in the summer. I have seriously had my wear out of these. I wore them so much to the point that I was actually a bit worried because I felt like the material here was getting a little bit dirty, and obviously you can see it's quite worn in here, but they are honestly so comfortable. And I was really umming and ahhing between these and kind of like the classic Chanel sandal, but I'd seen a few reviews that the classic ones weren't as comfortable, and that's why I love watching these videos. Hopefully you guys kind of find this useful as well. If you are looking at purchasing into a luxury purchase, that this is kind of like a good review and feedback, because honestly these are so comfy. They've got the cork heel here, and obviously going round, and then the Chanel in gold, which I love. So they do these in a few colours. There was like a black and cream, which I was kind of umming and ahhing about, but then obviously I went with the white and gold just because I feel like I said this matches with so much, especially with my summer wardrobe, white dresses. You can just put it with everything, and I pretty much did. I seriously got my wear out of these. So I actually got these from the New Bond Street store in London, and I paid £770 for them, which obviously is a little bit pricey for a sandal, but it's Chanel and I really wanted these. I had these saved, bookmarked for months, and then when we got out of lockdown and the stores obviously reopened, I went straight and treated myself to them. I just feel like Chanel is so classic. It's just never going to go out of date, and I really want to get one of the bags. It's on my wish list right now, so fingers crossed, hopefully. Okay, so this Chloe Faye bag I also got from Bicester Village. Like I said, Bicester Village is honestly so good for buying good designer bags at a cheaper price. I actually got this back in 2019. So maybe a bit of a catfish that I'm saying 2020, but I thought I'd just round up all my favourite kind of luxury purchases, and then you can see which is the best and the worst. So this one as well, I've seriously worn it so much, and my sister was actually looking at buying it. She messaged me and she was like, do you think it's worth it? And I was like, you've seen how much I wear mine. It's definitely worth it. And I really feel like this is more of like a casual day-to-day bag, and it's a nice size, so you can actually fit a lot in here. So inside, what have I got in here? I've got a bit of lip gloss, chewing gum, an iPhone wire. So yeah, it's got the 3 different compartments here, so you can actually fit a lot in, and it's not dirty at all. It's actually kept in really good condition. And again, a lot of the pieces in my wardrobe are pretty much like neutrals, creams, just matches with pretty much everything I wear. Retailing at £9.50, and I got it from Bicester Village for £6.75, so I got a good saving on this bag, and I was really happy with it. I did have a little gift card when I was working with Bicester Village at the time that I put towards it, and then the rest was all of my own money. Yeah, this is a really good purchase if you are looking at maybe just like an everyday, day-to-day bag, and I just love Chloe. I feel like it's really kind of in line with my style, and obviously the name speaks for itself. And another Chloe purchase. When I say purchase, Chris actually kindly treated me to these, but I was going on about these shoes for so long. I actually felt sorry for him. It wasn't that I was obviously pestering for him to buy me them. It was just I was just generally going on about them, that I wanted them, and they were sold out for the longest time. So bless him, he had it bookmarked at work, and every day he went in, he was like refreshing it, checking it, and one day they randomly came back in stock. So he purchased them and then gave me them for my birthday present. And I would have to say, as much as I love this shoe, and as much as it's very me, it matches with my wardrobe again, with the creams and the tan and like that woody feel to them. They are not comfortable, and so many of you message me asking me about these, and they're also influenced by them. But I have to say, I'm not gonna lie, they're not the comfortable sandal, because when I wore them, I feel like this bit here, it was just continuously rubbing at like my toes. So every time I wear them, I have to kind of like plaster up beforehand. So obviously you can wear them for a short period, that's fine, but if you're going out all day, like for instance when we were on holiday and we were walking around all day and seeing things, they weren't the most practical shoe. I still absolutely love them, I still wear them because I just love them, and like I said, they match with everything. But obviously they've got my name on as well. So, although Chris brought them, I'd probably say this is the worst purchase in terms of comfort for money, but I still love them and I will continue to wear them year on year because they're just never going to go out of date. But obviously they're more of a summer shoe, you can't really wear them in the winter. And these sandals retail for £280, so a lot cheaper than the Chanel, but still I do feel like they're such a beautiful sandal, and they've got my name on it, and like I said, I will still continue to wear them. Okay, and last but not least is this little Gucci baby. It feels so weird wearing a straw hat in winter now. I feel like I can't even remember the last time I wore this. And again, this is a purchase that Chris kindly treated me to. So it's got the little bee here, which I love. It's very simple, it's very classic, but it's just such a nice little luxury touch to have a straw hat for the summer. The only thing that I was a little bit took back by is when I got it out of the box, it's a lot more sort of shiny material than it looked like online. And again, during lockdown, I kept saying to Chris, I was like, I really want this hat. Do you think I should purchase it? Like, I'm not sure. What do you think? And again, like I said, with these purchases, and like again, with these designer items, they are pieces that I have been thinking about for a while. I don't just kind of go out on a whim and buy them. So bless him, he actually got this for me for when I hit 100k over on Instagram as a little well done present. So I'm pretty sure this was around £200, around that mark. But yeah, this is the inside of it. It's got the pink, so I love the contrast of the pink. I just feel like Gucci do really well with accessories, like the belts, the hats. So I love this, and I obviously will wear it year on year. I feel like a straw hat's never going to go out of date. So yeah, definitely feel like this was worth it, and I got a lot of wear out of it in the summer. So yeah, that is it. I thought I'd keep it pretty short and sweet and show you the pieces that are kind of like my go-tos that I wear a lot in my wardrobe. Obviously this is worst and best. I'd probably say on the Richter scale of worst and best, not that it's bad and not that I just don't like it. It's probably the most impractical, which is my Chloe sandals, and then my best is my YSL bag. So I hope you found this video useful. I love watching them, so hopefully you found it interesting as well. I also do have a few pieces on my wish list that I've been saving up for. One of them, like I mentioned before, is a Chanel bag, and I'm really hoping that will happen soon. I've got a few that I've been kind of like and ahhing about which one I want to go for. So make sure you hit subscribe so you can see if I do get that or not. And also another piece is a Dior bag, which I love. I'll put a picture on the screen. I've been kind of like deciding between that or the Dior belt. So I feel like the Dior belt, I will probably get a lot of wear out of it because I feel like it's just so classic and so chic. I love just the subtle detail of the CD on it, but I can't seem to find my size at the minute. I'm not sure if they will restock it or not. Maybe, let's hope so. And also I feel like the Dior bag, I've gone in and tried this on twice now and I really love it. The pieces on my wish list and pieces that I'm putting money aside for. But I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a like, and I'll come back and do kind of a lot more chatty videos like this. And if you do like seeing a little bit more luxury, then do let me know, and also in the comments which was your favorite out of the pieces that I showed you. But till the next video guys, I will see you then.